The neighborhood looked peaceful from the outside. Identical houses, trimmed lawns, smiling faces. But behind that perfection was tension, like a calm sea hiding a storm beneath. Residents had started whispering about something strange. A special vote the HOA board was planning, in secret. No one had received notice. No one knew the details, yet everyone felt uneasy. Inside his immaculate white house, Mr. Collins, the longtime HOA president, paced across his study. He looked at the documents on his desk, new rules that would give him total authority to fine, ban, and approve anything without needing homeowner consent. He adjusted his tie, smirking at his reflection. "They'll thank me later," he muttered. To him, control meant order. Democracy just slowed things down. That night, expensive cars lined the street outside Collins's house. The blinds were shut tight, lights dimmed to a whisper. Inside, the HOA board gathered around a round table. Coffee cups steamed beside folders marked "Confidential." Collins stood at the head of the table, tapping a gold pen against the paper. "Let's make this quick," he said. "The fewer people who know, the smoother this goes." Sarah, the youngest board member, shifted uncomfortably. "Shouldn't homeowners be notified?" she asked. Collins's eyes narrowed. "Sarah, they elected us to manage things. We don't need to consult them for every decision. We're professionals." His tone was sharp, more command than explanation. The others exchanged uneasy glances, but no one dared argue. Collins had power, and he wasn't afraid to use it. He had fined members, suspended privileges, and even threatened legal action before. Silence fell, except for the scratch of pens as signatures were added. Across the street, Lisa, a homeowner who had grown tired of the HOA's arrogance, sat quietly in her car. She'd heard rumors of a private meeting and decided to find out. Her phone camera recorded through the windshield as shadows moved behind the blinds. "This is it," she whispered. "They're voting without us." Inside, Collins closed the folder and smiled. "Unanimous. Well done." The others barely nodded. The room smelled of fear and cheap coffee. "By tomorrow," Collins said, "this new bylaw will be in effect. No more disputes, no more delays." He extinguished his cigar in an ashtray shaped like a gavel. The next morning, Lisa uploaded the footage to social media. "Caught on camera, HOA's secret vote." The clip went viral in the community group chat. Comments flooded in. "What are they hiding? Didn't they say meetings are public? We should demand answers." Within hours, the story spread. The local news station showed screenshots of Collins's house with the headline, "Neighborhood in uproar over secret HOA vote." By noon, clusters of angry homeowners gathered outside the HOA office. People waved printouts of the bylaws, shouting questions. One man yelled, "Where's our say in this?" Another woman added, "You can't just change the rules in the dark." Collins watched through his blinds, pretending to be calm. But his hand trembled as he reached for the phone. That evening, a mandatory town hall meeting was called. The clubhouse overflowed with residents, some standing in aisles, some recording live videos. The air was thick with anticipation. Lisa sat in the back, clutching her phone, ready to expose the truth. Collins entered, his usual arrogance slightly cracked. "Good evening," he began. "Let's stay calm and discuss this like adults." "Calm?" shouted a man from the crowd. "You broke the rules!" "You betrayed our trust," another woman said. Voices rose like a wave. Collins tried to speak, but the sound of outrage drowned him. Sarah stood up, pale but resolute. "It's true," she said into the microphone. "The vote happened in private. I was there. I wanted to speak up, but I was told to stay quiet." Gasps spread through the crowd. Collins turned red. "Sarah," he barked, "that's enough." She didn't stop. "You said it was about efficiency, but it wasn't. It was about power. You wanted to silence the homeowners." The HOA's lawyer stepped forward nervously. "This was a procedural misunderstanding," he stammered. But someone from the crowd read aloud from the HOA's own Constitution. All bylaw changes must be approved in a public meeting with majority homeowner consent. The room went silent. Collins's mouth opened, but no sound came out. He looked smaller now, trapped by his own arrogance. Then an older resident stood and said loudly, "We call for a vote to remove the president." The crowd cheered in agreement. For the first time, Collins realized the control he worshipped had turned on him. The vote was swift, unanimous. He was stripped of his position. The papers that once symbolized his dominance now sat crumpled on the floor. Days later, new elections were held, open, transparent, broadcast live to every homeowner. Sarah was nominated by popular demand. When her name was announced as the new HOA president, the applause was deafening. Lisa smiled through tears. It felt like freedom. In her first address, Sarah stood before the community and said, "No more secrets. Every vote, every change, every dollar, open to the people who live here." The crowd erupted in cheers. The neighborhood, once divided by fear, was finally united by trust. Weeks passed. The lawns still looked neat, but the smiles were real now. Neighbors helped each other plant gardens, kids laughed in the streets, and no one feared hidden letters or secret meetings. One afternoon, Lisa walked past the old HOA office. Through the glass, she could see sunlight falling across the empty desk where Collins once ruled. She whispered, "Power without honesty is always temporary." The camera pulled back, rows of calm homes under a golden sky. A new sign at the entrance read,